Good morning, students. Today let me discuss the next important element of this chapter, that is so called as impact of government policy changes on business and industry. It means that due to changes which have been made with respect to the business policy of India, how it has impacted on business as well as the industry of the country. So this can be studied with the help of all these elements, and let us go through all these elements one by one. The first important element is that increasing competition. Increasing competition in the sense the competition has rightly been increased. Why it has increased? It has increased due to two important reasons. One is delicensing and the another one is the automatic permission. Delicensing in the sense whatever the restrictions which are there with respect to the obtaining licensing, those have rightly been relaxed. And second thing is that automatic permission. It means that without obtaining any kind of the license, if the companies want to start up any kind of the new business, they have to submit an application. Just by submitting an application, they can take the approval and they can start up any kind of the new business. Due to these two important reasons, the competition has rightly been increased. And if you see the Indian economy, due to the increase in the competition, it has badly impacted on the Indian economy, especially the companies which are there in the service sector. Those are badly been impacted and those are out of competition only, and heavy losses have rightly been increased by the companies in the service sector. Best example can be airlines company, banking company, insurance company and telecommunication companies have rightly been out of competition. That is the first important aspect. And second thing is that more demanding customers. So it means that today is the customer oriented market. What type of product that is going to be demanded by the customer, that has to be provided and delivered by the companies. And many of the companies have started launching the products which is going to be demanded by the customers, so as to fulfill the needs and demands of the customers. Why? Because the customers of present are more intelligent and they used to access each and every information with respect to the products which they want to purchase. And today they have started giving feedback with respect to the use of the products, and the customers of present context are focused on more choice of the products. So that is why it is a requirement for every company so as to focus on the needs and demands of the customers, and they have to launch the right product to the customers. That is second thing. And third thing is that rapidly changing technological environment. Rapidly changing technological environment means sudden changes have been taken place in the technology. Today, every MNCs of the world have started using the technology as one of the strongest weapon, and because of that reason today in the Indian economy the competition level has been increased, and apart from that many challenges have been created before the companies of the Indian economy. Why? Because by using the latest technology, the companies have started reducing the cost of the product and they are improving the quality of the product also. That is why today the companies need to induce advanced as well as the latest technology to the product concern. And fourth thing is that necessity for the change. Today Indian companies, what they have realized is they have realized the importance of changing environment. Why? Because before 1991 the scenario of business environment was different. Why? Because before the Indian economy was so restricted, more regulations are there on the Indian economy. But after implementation of the new industrial policy in 1991, the Indian economy or the central government of India has brought some sort of economic reforms by implementing liberalization, privatization and globalization. And because of those reasons, today Indian companies have rightly been felt what is the relevance and importance of the changing environment. That is why they have truly realized that how they have to adjust with the changing needs and requirements of the customers also. And next thing is that fifth element is that need for developing human resources. So this is also one of the requirement for the Indian economy. Why? Because the human resources of India are not up to the mark. They are not so skillful. They are not so competent. Actually, the human resources of India are truly looking for the latest training so as to motivate them, so as to develop them, so that they can rightly compete with the changing requirement of the world. That is why they have focused on the human resources. Why? Because for every company the human resources are one of the most important resources of the company. The success and failure of the company is truly depends on the what kind of commitment and efforts, what kind of hard work which is going to be made by the human resources of the country. That is one of the most important aspect for every company. That is why they have rightly focused on the developing the human resources. And next thing is that the market orientation. Market orientation in the sense, if you see in the past, actually the companies used to first manufacture the product and later they used to search for the market where actually these produced products are going to be rightly been sold. But in these days the companies will never do this mistake. First what they used to do, they used to focus on the market, they used to analyze, they used to make an in-depth study of situations and conditions of the market. Why? Because market is so dynamic. Many of the changes are going to be take place continuously within the market. That is why first they used to analyze the market situations and condition by undertaking the market research, and later they are going to launch the right product in the market. That is why they have focused on the market orientation. And last thing is that loss of budgetary support to the public sector. Actually the public sector is badly been impacted. It has started making the disinvestment, especially in the public sector. Why? Because there was a heavy burden on the central government. That is why simply it want to come out from the financial burden on the central government. That is why it has undertaken the disinvestment. And apart from that there was a changing business environment. That is why many challenges have been created in front of the central government. But the thing is that the government was not so efficient so as to face all those challenges and requirement also. That is why so as to come out from the budgetary support, especially in the public sector, it has truly badly impacted on the central government of the Indian economy. Why? Because if you take the example of the balance of payment, it is always been deficit, and the company is not earning that much of foreign exchange reserves also. That is why it was to come out from the financial burden of the central government. Why? Because it has truly incurred heavy losses. So these are the some of the important element which can be studied as a part of the impact of government policy changes on the business as well as the industry. Please go through the discussion. Thank you.